Hi again then guys, and welcome to another, in particular, straight line build, but with elements of handling in there as well, for Forza Horizon 3. And this particular vehicle, as you'll have of course seen from the title of the video, is quite a bit slower than the cars which we would usually do. We tend to be up around 250, 260, 270, even up to 300 in the case of the Jag. This one is more like 195, 200-ish. So the question is, why am I doing a tune setup for it when it's basically one of the slowest cars in the game? Well, for the simple reason that it's such a speciality vehicle, and also a car that I love so much, that why not do a tune setup for it? Now, this is a car which I wanted for a long time on Horizon 3. I didn't have the opportunity to win it from the Forzathon because I bought the game after that. Then in the storefront, or rather the auction house, they were selling for stupid prices like 4.5, 5 million credits, and there's no way I'm paying that kind of cash. Recently though, I managed to pick one up for a buyout of $250,000, which is an absolute bargain, and I'm glad I waited. As it happens, this is now my second favourite car in the game, second only to my definite favourite and by far my most used car at over 30,000 miles, the Hummer H1. This has that same engine, the 1500 horsepower Lambo conversion, and the performance, although slower than the other cars that I would usually do, is not slow for this vehicle. It is by far the heaviest car in the game. It's around 7.5 tons, still over 5.1 tons with the full weight loss package. As you can see, of course, you want the V12 conversion. All-wheel drive, I would fairly obviously recommend keeping. As far as the twin turbo, again, it's obvious, of course you want to fit that. As far as the rest, just improve everything, basically. Tyres, suspension, weight, obviously weight, power, all that kind of thing. Now, as far as the tuning, this is one of those cars which, although it is slower, it's so responsive to tuning because the acceleration is so awful to begin with. But as you can see now, 3.6 seconds to 60 is monstrously quick for what is still well over a 5-ton truck. And I'm very proud of the gearbox changes that I've made of this because it's a monster. And I actually use this to win races even against other SUVs, significantly lighter ones in fact, around tracks like Goliath. Now the top end performance is pretty easy to get. You don't have to really change the gearbox that much to get around 193, 195-ish, but it's that acceleration which gives you the biggest advantage because it sits at something like 5 or 6 seconds I think to 60, so you can get it right down to 3.6. So for that gearbox I would recommend a final drive of 3.45, then totally different gearing to what I would usually have, 6 on first, then 4.4, 3.4, 2.65, 2.1 and 1.6. For the alignment, if you've been on the channel, you know how I like my cars, neutral camber and tow, and 1 degree of caster, and I would really recommend that 1 degree on this car because it makes it so much more manoeuvrable. As far as anti-roll, we've got those on 21 and 34, springs as low as possible in terms of softness, and the ride height fairly obviously as high as possible. It's a big truck, you've got to have that kind of image. If you don't want it though, of course you could change that. As far as the dampers, we've got those on 4, 6, 2 and 3, aero doesn't apply of course, and for the diff, as we often do, 100% on acceleration, 0 on decel, and for this particular car an 80% split in favour of the rear. So overall, no, it's not as quick as the cars which we would usually do, but I'm still very happy with the tune and I absolutely love this car. If you're a fan of trucks, you'll love it. So if you don't own one yet, you should definitely buy one. But overall, if you do decide to use this tune, I definitely know you'll have a lot of fun with it because I absolutely love it. And if you decide to either get this from my storefront using the keywords in the description below or use this tutorial, either way I hope you have a lot of fun with it and of course win plenty of races with it as well. So if you'd like to keep up with other tunes that I do here on YouTube every weekday, you can subscribe down below or check out the playlist for the dozens and dozens of Forza tunes which we've already done. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.